Yep. Okay. Good evening from the Buck Van Huss Dome. I'm Don Hellman, and tonight it's girls basketball, Dobyns-Bennett and Science Hill. And as people have told me for years and years, that when these two schools get together, they could be playing tiddlywinks. And it's going to be a big game. And of course, as usual, this is a big game for both of these teams. Dobyns-Bennett comes in with an overall record of 10 wins, 6 losses, 5-1 in the Big 7 Conference. Science Hill is 10-9 overall, 5-0. And, of course, Science Hill looking to try to create a couple games separation in the loss column between themselves and their closest competitors. And Dobyns-Bennett trying to move into a first-place tie. Actually, with a win tonight, would take over first place by a half game over the Hilltoppers. So that's what's at stake. First of 2 meetings between these two teams during the regular season. A lot of people thought at the beginning of the season that Science Hill, that they were not going to be what they've been in the past. They started out losing their first 4 games of the season. They're only 10-9 overall. But it is a young basketball team, a team that, well, realistically, about 70% of their scoring went out the door through graduation, a transfer or two from last year, and Scotty Whaley and his staff basically starting over. But it is the biggest team that they've had at Science Hill in Scotty Whaley's tenure as a head coach. And they have, that size gives a lot of teams problems. And in fact, talking to Bill Francis, head coach of the Lady Indians, last night during the coaches show, he talked about the fact that he was concerned about the height and the length of this Science Hill basketball team. And length is one of the things that made them such a good team last year. That and some offensive prowess. They have not been quite as effective offensively, but they are getting better. And speaking of offense, Dobyns-Bennett, that has been kind of the bugaboo for this basketball team. It has been a hot and cold situation, and probably no better example than the 2 games they played against Volunteer early January. A Saturday, January 2nd at Volunteer, scoring 62 points in a win up there, and then turning around on that following Monday, January 4th, playing Volunteer here, scoring just 35 points in a win here. So it has been an up and down season. We'll take a closer look at this Dobyns-Bennett basketball team. Just got some fresh stats from Coach Francis as he filled in last night on the Coaches Show with me. And we'll talk more about this game as we get ready, work our way toward the opening tip here on 640 The Sports Monster right after this 2-minute break. All right. Back at the Buck Van Huss Dome, Dobyns-Bennett and Science Hill getting ready to face off in girls basketball. This Dobyns-Bennett basketball team, just looking at some stats that we got last night updated. Leading scorer on the Lady Indians basketball team, Jabria Johnson. She's averaging 15.2 points per game, only player in double figures. Caitlin Wallace at 7.6 points, Ellie Francis 7.5 points per game are next. Leading assists, Emily Lane, a 5'8 senior who is just through her career here at Dobyns-Bennett is showing a lot of hustle. Leads team with 60 assists, a lot of those in transition. Jaden Potts is second, 45 assists on the team. Rebounding wise, they are led by Caitlin Wallace with 106 rebounds, Jabria Johnson with 87. Enjoy Bristol and Jaden Potts with 67 apiece. Now, that's impressive because Potts is just 5'3", and Enjoy Bristol is the first player off the bench in the post. And also then right behind them is Emily Lane with 54 rebounds. And so your two leading assist players, Emily Lane and Jaden Potts, are also in the top 5 in rebounds in the basketball team. Free throw shooting is probably the biggest downfall for this basketball team. Just 2 players hitting over 60% from the free throw line, actually over 50% from the free throw line. Ellie Francis, 11 of 14, 78.6%. Caitlin Wallace has been to the line much more often. She is 26 of 41, 63%. Highest on the team after that, Jabria Johnson and Enjoy Bristol at 40, well, I checked that. Jaden Potts at 47.4%. Then Johnson and Bristol at 47.1%, and Olivia Dorn at 40%. So this team has, well, I take that back. Emily Lane is above Olivia Dorn. She's at 43.3%. So this team has struggled from the free throw line this season. Let's take another 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with more from the Buck Van Huss Dome right after this 2-minute break.
For keeping this game at a high level of sportsmanship. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to remove your hats, and if you're able, please rise. In a minute. And if you'd please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, sports fans. Welcome back to the Buck Van Huss Dome on the campus of Dobyns-Bennett High School for Lady Indians varsity basketball. As we play host to the visiting Lady Hilltoppers of Science Hill High School. Here are the starting 5 for the Toppers.
Back at the Buck Van Huss Dome, getting ready to see the starting lineups for tonight's game for Science Hill. Number 21, Colleen Coughlin, 5'6" junior. 5'4" sophomore, Kira Whitney.
Number 30, Kat
a 5'11" sophomore, Catherine Patton.
Number 33, Jasmine
5'8"
Myers.
junior, Jasmine Myers.
And number 42,
and a 6-foot junior, Nay Marion. Head coach of the Lady Toppers is Scotty Whaley.
Head coach Scotty Whaley.
Again, they are 10-9 overall, 5-0 in the Big 7 conference.
Indians
for Dobyns-Bennett, Lady Indians.
Number 1,
5'3" senior Jaden Potts. Again, 45 assists
Number
on the
11,
season.
Ellie Francis.
Ellie Francis, a 5'3" senior, averaging 7.5
Number
points a
22,
game.
Jabria Johnson.
Jabria Johnson, she's a 5'10" senior,
Number
averaging
23,
15.2
Emily
points per
Lane.
game. 5'8" senior Emily Lane,
Number
60
34,
assists,
Caitlin
leads the
Wallace.
team in assists. And number
Varsity
5'9"
Girls are led by
senior
head coach
Caitlin
Bill
Wallace,
Francis,
averaging
assistant
7.6
Ben
points
Ryan
per
Robbins
game.
and
Lady
Abby
Indians will be
Chapman.
shooting at the basket to our
Dobyns-Bennett
left,
Athletic Director is
and the
Coach
Lady Hilltoppers
Frankie
the basket
DeBusk,
to our right as
and
we set
principal is Dr.
side court across from the head of the Dobyns-Bennett bench. Scotty Whaley telling me earlier this evening the biggest team that he has had at Science Hill. 5'11" sophomore Catherine Patton, and of course Nay Marion at 6 foot. I got Zayla Bowling at 5'10", a freshman coming off the bench. 5'10" freshman Kira Morrow coming off the bench. Marion and Wallace, and the tap is controlled by the Hilltoppers. Indians want to press in the backcourt quickly, but the Hilltoppers get it in the front court. Marion's got it. She can take over a basketball game when she puts her mind to it. Have seen her do it in the past. Out between the rings is Whitney with it. She'll go right side to Coughlin. They'll swing it around left side. Whitney with it. They'll go down low. Marion lays it up and in, and it's a 2-0 Science Hill lead.
Nay Marion.
Full court pressure, 2-1-2, full court zone pressure by the Hilltoppers. Lane brings it front court, right side, picks up her dribble, goes left side to Potts. Potts dribbles left, comes back right to the head of the key. Lane lobs it down underneath for Johnson. Ball is tapped, and it's tapped back out to Potts. Potts goes back to Lane. Lane left wing with it, dribbles back, passes right side, Potts on the right wing. Puts it on the floor, back to Lane left side. Back to Potts. Hilltoppers in a 2-3 zone defense, and they're matching up. Francis between the rings, Potts right side, down in the corner to Wallace, inside Johnson, and whistle and a foul against the Hilltoppers. That'll be team foul number 1. And it looks like it's Catherine Patton, her first. Just over a minute gone, 2-0 Science Hill. Potts will trigger it in, baseline right side. Looking, gets it into Johnson, just inside the right elbow, shot up, no good. Rebound pulled down by Patton. Patton to Whitney, ahead to Coughlin. Coughlin skips it left side, almost stole. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Hilltopper basketball. Myers will trigger it in front court left side for the Toppers. Gets it into Whitney. Whitney in the front of the jump circle. Lady Indians and a man-to-man. Goes right side, Coughlin. Coughlin left-hand dribble off a pick, stops, pops a 3. Off the back bracket, long carom tapped out. And Coughlin gets it back. She'll hand it off to Whitney. Whitney will reset between the rings. Just past a minute and a half into the game, 2-0 Lady Toppers. Coughlin on the left wing. To Patton. Patton holds it over her head, goes inside to Marion, tapped away. Myers picks it up, dribbles out to the wing to Coughlin. Between the rings, dribbles right. To Patton. Patton across it. Oh, check that. That's Myers. Myers to Coughlin in the corner, launches a 3. It's good.
And 3 for 21, Colleen Coughlin.
5-0 Science Hill. Lane with the basketball, long pass ahead to Francis, right wing. Catches it, lays to Wallace, misses the layup, and it was a nice pass. Caitlin just couldn't finish. Here comes Marion, splitting 2 defenders, lays it up, got too far underneath the basket. Johnson with the rebound, and then throws it to Potts and throws it away. Indians averted the transition basket as Marion got herself out of position underneath and then threw it behind Potts. Front court right side. Whitney was shuffling her feet, moving up the floor. You're supposed to be set, but no call. She'll go left side, Whitney with the basketball. Right hand dribble toward the head of the key, passes right to Coughlin. In the corner to Myers. Myers dribbles out to the wing to Marion on the baseline, backs it out. Outside the arc, picks up her dribble to Myers. Myers to Whitney, left-hand dribble. Dribbles back between the rings. Backs it out, guarded by Potts. Left-hand dribble down the left side of the lane. Stops, goes inside. Patton trying to work inside. Shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Ends up in Patton's hands. She kicks it to Marion. Marion out. On top, driving is Myers. Lays it up, no good. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back up, no good. A foul called, and I think that's going to go against Jabria Johnson. Team first, Johnson's first. And Patton will go to the line to shoot 2. 5-0 Hilltoppers, 5:01 remaining first quarter. First free throw is up and it's good. 6-0 start for the Hilltoppers. Check it, it's Myers, it's not Patton. Second free throw is up and no good. She hit 1 out of 2. Lane brings it up the right side for the Lady Toppers. Pulls up right wing, goes to Potts, down in the corner to Francis, dribbles out wing. Potts between the rings. Lane on the right wing, well back from the arc. Looking, skips it left side, Francis. Having trouble getting the ball inside against this Hilltopper zone. There's a good, nice pass by Lane and a layup by Johnson. Well, you move the ball, you show patience, and sooner or later you're going to find that opening. You just have to be patient against the zone. Here comes Whitney, right wing with it, backs it out. Indians have gone 2-3 zone now. 6-2 Science Hill. Myers with it, hands it off to Whitney. Whitney, Coughlin left wing. She's going to launch another 3, and it's good. That's her second 3 of the game. 9-2. Johnson front court for the Indians, hands it off to Lane in the jump circle. Pass, bounce pass right side to Potts, back to Lane. To Wallace, right elbow, steps back, dribbles left across the free throw line to Francis. Lane between the rings, back to Wallace. Wallace was going to try to go baseline, kicks it out to Potts in the right corner. Wanted a 3, couldn't get it. Johnson inside, Wallace lays it up, partially blocked. Rebound Wallace out to Francis for 3. Good. Ellie Francis knocking down the 3.
Ball for number 11, Ellie Francis.
That's a 9-5 basketball game. Hilltoppers break the Indian pressure. Marion right corner. She's going to step back, launch a 3. Off the back bracket, no good. Wallace with the rebound to Potts. Potts brings it up the right side, but the Hilltoppers get back. Back out to Wallace. Wallace is going to shoot a 3. It's good. Caitlin Wallace knocking down the 3. And it's a 9-8 Hilltopper lead. 3:13 left first quarter. Comes Myers driving right baseline, stops, pops over Johnson, no good. Offensive rebound by the Toppers. Shot up from the right side, no good. Wallace gets the rebound this time. Patton got the rebound, shuffled it back to Myers. She missed the shot, and Wallace got the second rebound. Potts to Lane. Lane with the dribble to the free throw line. Kind of gets bumped, loses control, no call. Here comes Whitney up the right side of the floor. Inside the arc, driving, and tied up by Jabria Johnson. And it'll be Indian basketball on the possession now with 2:42 left in the first quarter. Substitutions, Lexi Green, a 5'6" freshman for the Hilltoppers. And Kira Morrow, a 5'10" freshman for the Hilltoppers. For the Indians, Olivia Dorn, 5'7" junior, and Enjoy Bristol, a 5'7" junior. Dorn with the basketball, brings it up to the stripe, comes front court against Green. To Bristol, to Potts in the jump circle. 2.5 minutes left first quarter. Indians down 1 with the ball, chance to take their first lead of the game. Dorn to Potts, right side. Potts didn't want to go to Wallace, still working against this 2-3 zone. Francis for 3 in the lead, a little too strong. Rebound, battled for it, ball is still loose, and it's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Enjoy Bristol. Substitute coming in for the Hilltoppers is going to be Anaya Pace, a 5'7" sophomore.
For the Toppers, Anaya Pace, 24.
Backcourt, Myers with the basketball for Science Hill, comes front court, goes left side to Green. Green skips it right side to Pace. Pace back to Green. Green down in the corner. Myers is going to launch a 3. It's up, it's no good. It's an air ball, in fact. Francis with the rebound. Francis bringing it up the right side of the floor. Now through the center jump circle, left side to Potts. Potts will skip it right side. Dorn for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound pulled down by the Toppers. Pace with it. Pace will give it up to Myers. Myers will come front court for Science Hill. 1:36 left first quarter. To Green, back to Myers. Myers right side to Pace. Pace between the rings to Green. To Patton at the free throw line. Underneath, Myers reverses it up. It was, nope, that was Kira Morrow.
15, Kiki Morrow on the basket.
And it's 11-8 Science Hill. Ellie Francis to Wallace, driving, tries to lay it up. Foul called against Morrow. That'll be her first, team second. And Caitlin Wallace will go to the line to shoot 2 for Dobyns-Bennett. Wallace, a 63.4% free throw shooter, one of just 2 Indians shooting over 60% from the line. Hits the first.
In for the Toppers, 21.
Makes it
Colleen
11-9.
Coughlin,
She can cut it to
Marion,
10
and for
again,
the
or cut it to
Indians,
1 again, sorry.
Madeline.
Francis and Potts out, Lane and cannot see who back in. I'll tell you in a moment. Free throw is up, off the back bracket, no good. It is Madeline Lyons who's checked in. Lyons got the rebound to Wallace, to Lane, who goes to Bristol, who has a hard time handling the pass, goes to her knee, picks up the ball, out to Wallace, to Lane. Lane dribbles to the head of the key. Lyons on the right wing, down in the corner. Bristol with it to Lyons. Lyons skips it left side to Dorn. Dorn puts it on the floor between the rings to Lane. 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Lyons with it on the right side. Skips it left wing to Lane. Hilltoppers converge quickly so she can't shoot the 3. There, good ball, inside out, Lane. Oh, halfway down, spit back out. Hilltoppers with the rebound. They want to run Coughlin, and Lane with a nice tip. Tapped it off from Science Hill's pace. Good defense by Emily Lane, getting a hand on it. As Coughlin tried to bring it up, tapped it away, and it went off pace, and the Indians will get it front court left side with 32.6 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Lane goes corner to Dorn. Dorn dribbles out, Lane to Johnson, left elbow extended, tries to back in. There's a turn pass. Bristol lays it up and in. We're tied at 11. 22 seconds left in the quarter. Coughlin with the basketball, skips it left side to Green. Green with the ball left of the circle. Passes right side to Coughlin. Coughlin's going to hold as the Hilltoppers will set up for the last shot. Passes left side to Green. Green out to Morrow. Morrow tries to go inside. They'll kick it back out to Coughlin, skip it left side to Green. Right-hand dribble goes inside. Shot up at the buzzer by Morrow is no good, and that's the end of the first quarter. After 1, Dobyns-Bennett 11, Science Hill 11. We'll be back with more from the Buck Van Huss Dome right after this 60-second break. Back at the Buck Van Huss Dome, 1 quarter in the books. Science Hill 11, Dobyns-Bennett 11. Lady Toppers jumped out to a 6-0 lead, but the Lady Indians clawed their way back in it behind back-to-back threes by Ellie Francis and Caitlin Wallace. And have tied it up. It'll be Hilltopper basketball to start the second quarter. There's a pass down into the lane. Pace gets it, turns, shoots good. It was tapped by one of the Lady Indians. Check that, it was Morrow who got it. Got the basket. Off the tip, there's a steal by Nay Marion. Marion coming up the floor, passes left side. Coughlin down into the corner to Whitney. Back to Coughlin, right corner. Morrow driving, picks up her dribble. Out to Coughlin, there's a steal by Francis. Francis is going to bring the ball up the floor into the front court. Francis to Bristol. Potts, left side. She'll dribble between the rings, right side to Lane. Lane back out to Potts. Swinging left side, Francis. Well back from the arc. Potts to Lane, inside Johnson. Johnson driving, reverses it up, good.
Under the basket.
Bria Johnson, her second basket. We're tied at 13. Coughlin skips it over the top of the defense to Whitney. Whitney between the rings. Coughlin left wing. Whitney between the rings with the dribble. Back left wing to Coughlin. Gonna launch the 3. Off, no good. Rebound tapped around, nobody can get it. Now still up scramble, it goes out of bounds, and they're going to give it to Science Hill, saying it went off to Bria Johnson last. Baseline right side, Whitney will trigger it in. 6:42 remaining first quarter. Excuse me, first half, second quarter. Inbounds pass to Marion, double team, shot up over Bristol, turnaround jumper, no good. Patton over the top of one of the Lady Indians for the rebound, then a second missed shot, and Lane's got that one. Lane bringing it up the right side of the floor, now covers through the jump circle, dribbles to the left elbow, tries to go to Francis, but it's tapped and stolen by Whitney. Whitney will take it all the way to the other end, drives into Bristol. Bristol goes to the floor. She might have got a charge out of that, but a good no call by the officials. The shot missed, and it's going to be Potts coming front court for the Indians. 6:10 remaining first half. We're tied at 13. Caitlin Wallace getting ready to check back in for the Tribe. Lane to Johnson. Potts on the left side. Dribbles right to Lane between the rings. Left wing with it, skips it right side. Francis, she's going to launch a three. Good rotation by the Indians, but she misses the shot. Rebound Morrow, gives it up to Whitney. Whitney brings it up the floor, working against Potts. Lady Indians have gone back to the man-to-man. Morrow on the right wing with it, dribbling right. Much bigger Morrow working against Emily Lane. Well, I say much bigger, but only a couple of inches, but she is bigger. Coughlin trying to penetrate. Kicks it back to Patton. They'll go right side. Whitney to Coughlin, left wing. She'll penetrate, tries a bounce pass through three Lady Indians, and a kick called against the Tribe. Dorn in, Wallace in, Johnson and Lane out. Back in for the Toppers is Myers. Myers in, Coughlin out for Science Hill. 13-13 our score, 5:20 remaining first half. Whitney finally gets to Nene Marion, right at the head of the key, dribbles left against Wallace. There's a steal on a bounce pass to the wing. Potts to Bristol, finishes her second basket. Lady Indians with their first lead of the game at 15-13. Whitney with the basketball, right side between the rings to Myers, goes left side. They'll go to inside to Patton. Patton tries to go to Marion, and the Indians steal it. Francis with the basketball, bringing it up the right side. Marion tries to slow her down. She does momentarily. Bristol, Potts left side. Potts across the head of the key, right side Francis. She'll dribble between the rings. Left side Wallace. Wallace dribbles right. They're really extending that defense from the 2-3 as the Lady Indians try to go between the rings now. Right side Potts. She's left alone. Launches a three. Too strong off the back bracket. Ball is loose. Wallace had it but lost it. Whitney's got it. 2-on-1. Whitney bounce pass left side. Myers tries to lay it up. It's tapped away and out of bounds by the Lady Indians. Hilltoppers will retain possession, but they took the shot away. Madeline Lyons in for Jaden Potts for the Indians, and Coughlin in for Marion for the Hilltoppers. Whitney baseline left side, triggers it in, gets it to Morrow, drives through two Indians, lays it up and in. She is tough inside and just a freshman. We're tied at 15. Dorn with the basketball, working against Coughlin to Lyons. Working against the double team, and a 10-second violation by the Indians. And you could see that coming as the Hilltoppers just were not letting them push the ball up the floor. Lane and Potts both on the bench right now. Lyons and Dorn in the game, so neither one of your starting really true ball handlers on the floor right now. Coughlin left corner, dribbles out, gets it out on top, Morrow. Back to Coughlin. Passes right side Whitney, across the head of the key, backs it out. Morrow left corner, drives baseline off a head fake. Sealed off, picks up her dribble, kicks it back out on top to Whitney. Goes right corner to Coughlin, back to Whitney. Whitney with the basketball, dribbles right wing. And a whistle and a timeout called by Science Hill. 3:32 remaining in the first half. We're tied at 15. Science Hill. Scotty Whaley taking a timeout to try to organize his troops. Dobyns-Bennett with a really good defensive stand there, not allowing the Hilltoppers an easy shot. Dobyns-Bennett has held their own, struggling to get good shots early, and Science Hill jumping out to an early 6-0 lead. And it was looking like Science Hill early might be in the mood to just run away from Dobyns-Bennett early, but the Lady Indians have played them tough ever since then. And it is 15 all with 3:32 remaining. Science Hill probably as good a defensive team as the Indians will face all year. Baseline right side, Whitney. Of course, the Indians play some pretty good defense themselves. Coughlin on the right wing with it. To Myers. Myers dribbles right wing. Out on top to Whitney. Whitney dribbles right. Lobs it inside to Myers. Myers shot up, missed it. Gets her own rebound. Another shot up. This one will go, and a foul called against the Indians. Myers' first field goal of the game.
And shooting.
Second team foul, first personal
In for the
against
Indians,
Enjoy
Sabrina
Bristol.
Johnson, Jaden Potts.
Bristol out, Johnson back in, and Myers trying to complete the three-point play. Off, no good. Johnson with the rebound. Outlet Potts. Potts skips it left side, Francis. Francis in the corner, Dorn. Passes up a three, comes out on the wing. Francis between the rings. Left side, Dorn. Well back from the arc. Oh, and she swished it. Oh my.
Three
From downtown, Lady Indians lead at 18-17. Oh, as they like to call her, knocking down the three. Myers, head of the key, left side, Whitney. Skips it right side, Coughlin. She wants a three. And it's got it. Her third of the game.
Another long three.
Well, they got
21,
themselves another
Coughlin.
sharpshooter. 2018 Science Hill. Potts in the back court. Long pass ahead, Francis. Francis wanted a three, but Morrow got back quickly and took it away from her. Dorn on the right side. Picks up her dribble, needs help. Somebody's got to come to her. She gets it to Wallace. Wallace turns, dribbles into the lane, lays it up with the left hand, missed it. Rebound comes out, Coughlin. Throws it to Whitney. Whitney slowed down by Potts. Now ahead to Morrow on the right baseline, dribbles out. Free throw line, Myers, jumper off the back bracket, no good. Wallace with the rebound. 2:03 left first half, 2018 Science Hill. Potts front court. Dribbles between the rings. Passes left side to Dorn. Dorn, one dribble to Wallace, left elbow. Tries to go underneath to Johnson, but it's stolen away by Patton. Ahead to Whitney, driving. Drives past Francis, lays it up and in.
22 with the long
And it's
layup.
22-18. It's a 5-point lead for the Hilltoppers. Potts to Johnson quickly at the other end. Indians doing a nice job answering quickly. 22-20. 1:28 left first half. Coughlin tries to go right side to Morrow, and it's stolen by Dorn. Careless pass by the Lady Toppers. Dorn comes front court. Passes ahead. Wallace tries to lay it up, but she's fouled. I think that's going to go against Morrow. And Caitlin Wallace will go to the line to shoot two, her second trip to the line tonight. Just the third team foul against Science Hill. It has been a very clean played basketball game. Officials haven't had to work real hard in this one. I'm sure they're not complaining. Wallace's first is up off the back bracket. It's no good. I was bragging on her being one of two Lady Indians shooting over 60% from the line tonight. Coming into tonight, and she's 1 for 3. Lane back in for Dorn. Wallace will try to pull the Lady Indians to within 1. And she does. 22-21, Science Hill. Green back into the game for the Toppers. With the basketball to Marion in the backcourt, dribbles towards the arc, comes towards the stripe, comes front court to Coughlin, to Green. Skip pass inside, stolen by Lane, and a jump ball called. It'll be Dobyns-Bennett basketball in possession arrow. That pass was intended for Myers. And Emily Lane stepping in front, getting a hand on it, tying it up with Myers, and Dobyns-Bennett with the basketball. Wallace will trigger it in, gets it to Potts. Potts backcourt, working against Green, drives by Green, comes front court. Across the free throw line, Francis back to Potts, between the rings now. Right side, Lane. Lane holds the basketball, puts it on the floor. Inside, Johnson, missed the layup. Boy, she just stole Lane. Lane had an assist all wrapped up and ready to go, and Johnson laid it short. Myers with the basketball, gives it to Coughlin. Boy, Indians had the lead right there, and Johnson just I don't know if she was expecting contact, but just laid it up short. Morrow between the rings, just off the head of the key. Marion right side. Left side to Myers. Myers goes left corner to Morrow. She's going to drive around past Johnson. Kicks it out, Marion. Marion's left alone, launches the three. It's off, no good. Battled for the rebound, and Green stole it away from Francis. Shot up off the side of the backboard, no good. out of bounds off Emily Lane. It'll be Science Hill basketball with 9.4 seconds remaining in the first half. Coughlin will trigger it in baseline left side. Lobs it out to Green. Green left alone on the wing, off the pick. Shot up, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds by Marion. It should be Dobyns-Bennett basketball and will be with 4.9 seconds remaining. 22-21, Science Hill with the 1-point lead. Indians have to go almost the full length of the floor with 4.9 seconds. Caitlin Wallace looking, gets to Potts. They got to go about 85 feet. Back tap by Green. Potts into the front court. A running three at the buzzer, no good, and that's the end of the first half of play. At the half, Science Hill 22, Dobyns-Bennett 21. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and start our halftime recap right after this. Back at the Buck Van Huss Dome, it's halftime. Science Hill leading Dobyns-Bennett by a point, 22-21. Hilltoppers got off to a fast start, jumping out to a 6-0 lead. That would be their largest lead of the game. Dobyns-Bennett would outscore the Hilltoppers 8-3 to cut it to 1 at 9-8 after back-to-back threes by Ellie Francis and Caitlin Wallace. Hilltoppers would regain the lead 11-9, or would extend the lead back to 3 at 11-9. Indians would score the final 3 points of the first quarter and tie it at 11 after 1. Indians would take their first lead of the game at 15-13. Hilltoppers would retake the lead with a 4-0 spurt, 17-15. Indians would take the lead by 1 on a three-pointer by Olivia Dorn, 18-17. A 5-0 run by the Hilltoppers would give them a 4-point lead, 22-18. But the Indians would score the final 3 points of the first half and had a chance actually to take the lead and make it a 5-0 run. But a nice pass by Emily Lane went for naught as Jabria Johnson just short-armed the layup and missed the shot. Hilltoppers were unable to convert it the other end and go into the locker room leading by a point. At halftime, Science Hill 22, Lady Indians 21. We'll continue with more right after this 2-minute break. Halftime at the Buck Van Huss Dome. Science Hill's Lady Indians leading the Science Hill's Lady Toppers leading the Lady Indians of Dobyns-Bennett 22-21. Individual scoring in the first half, Colleen Coughlin leading the way for the Lady Toppers with 9 points. She's really the difference maker, all of those coming from three-point range. It was Kiara Morrow, a freshman, with 6. Jasmine Myers with 3. Kiara Whitney and Nay Marion with 2 apiece. For Dobyns-Bennett, they were led by Caitlin Wallace with 5, and Joy Bristol and Jabria Johnson with 4 each. Ellie Francis and Olivia Dorn with 3 each. At the half, Lady Toppers 22, Lady Indians 21. We'll be back to get ready for second half action after this final 2-minute break. Back at the Buck Van Huss Dome, we're a little over a minute away from the start of the second half. Dobyns-Bennett trailing Science Hill 22-21. Want to remind you about Mama's House, our home for the Dobyns-Bennett Coaches Show. We were there last night with Bill Francis, head coach of the Lady Indians, and of course they will be serving breakfast for lunch tomorrow. It's something that they revived earlier this year. They weren't serving any breakfast after coming out of the COVID shutdown for a period of time, but had so many people asking for it, they came back with it. And what they're doing is they start serving breakfast at 10 o'clock and serve breakfast until 3 o'clock. They start serving the regular lunch menu at 11, and that goes till 4. So you can go in. If you go in sometime between 11 and 3, you can have breakfast, you can have lunch, or you can have some of both at the same low price. Doesn't matter. So whatever you like, and of course a great breakfast selection. I've always said I love the breakfast at Mama's House. I put it up against any breakfast I've ever had any place. And that's not just commercial talk, that is me talking honestly. And of course, don't forget they've got plenty of room for social distancing. Everybody, when they go through the buffet line, wears a mask, and they wear plastic gloves that are supplied by Mama's House, so that there are no germs being spread. And so head on over to Mama's House, enjoy some of that delicious breakfast tomorrow morning, sometime between 10 and 3. Science Hill with the basketball, shooting at the basket to our left to start the second half. Indians will be shooting at the basket to our right. Coughlin skips it over the top. Three-point attempt from the left wing. Rattles, spits out off the glass, and drops back through for Myers. Well, I'll tell you what, you talk about getting a prayer answered. And Jasmine Myers with her first 3 of the game, and it's 25-21. Here come the Hilltoppers after the Indians fail to score. Myers stops, pops a 3 from the right wing. No good. Battled for the rebound, tapped out. Francis has got it. Johnson and Patton were fighting for it. Francis having trouble getting the ball up the floor, gives it up to Potts. Indians going to have to hurry. And there's another timeout called. Timeout called by Bill Francis as they've already had one 10-second violation called against them in the first half. Coach didn't want to have another one called there. Lady Indians will have it backcourt left side. Ellie Francis got that rebound, but took an awful long time and was not able to get past Coughlin to get up the floor, and finally gave it up to Potts, who was kind of stuck even further behind. So the Lady Indians trailing by 4, 25-21 after the three-pointer by Jasmine Myers. Rattled, spit out, hit the glass, and dropped back through. Very fortuitous bounce for the Lady Toppers. Pass, Lane to Francis, mid-range
That's
jumper,
two for
good.
Ellie Francis.
Another assist for Emily Lane. 25-23, two-point lead for the Toppers. Indians in a 2-3 zone. Coughlin to Whitney. Whitney, left side Myers. Myers back to Whitney. Skips it left side Coughlin. Coughlin between the rings, Myers. Whitney on the right wing. Back to Myers, left side Coughlin. Lady Indians don't play a lot of, oh, great play by Emily Lane. Couldn't keep it in bounds though. They were trying to skip past to Whitney. Lane jumped in front. Got a hand on it, but goes out of bounds. Hilltoppers will get it back. Indians don't play a lot of 2-3 zone, but I'll tell you what, they've done it effectively against the Toppers tonight. 6.5 to play third quarter. Myers, long three from the left wing, no good. Johnson with the rebound for the Lady Indians, gives it up to Potts. Potts to Lane, brings it up the left side of the floor. Pushes it up the floor, kicks it right corner Francis, but a little bit off the mark, and Ellie can't hold on to it and goes out of bounds. Bill Francis giving her a little bit of advice, saying just bring it instead of going quite so deep, come across, and then you've got a better angle to throw that pass. Whitney comes it up into the front court, goes left side Coughlin. Coughlin gets a pick, dribbles right, gives it up to Myers. Myers to Whitney on the right wing, almost an errant pass. Whitney dribbles to the free throw line to Myers, driving baseline, sealed off by Lane, and then off Myers. Be Dobyns-Bennett basketball. Good defense on the baseline by Emily Lane as she sealed Myers off trying to go in. Held her ground, Myers dribbled into her and then lost the ball. Went off her shin. Wallace, long pass ahead, Francis. 2-on-1, gets it to Johnson. One dribble, lays it up on the reverse, missed it again. Second layup, Jabria's missed tonight. Whitney for the Toppers comes front court. Boy, you cannot miss those in games like this. You can get away with it in some games, but a big game like this against the Toppers, you got to take advantage of those close-in shots. Coughlin, her fourth three of the game. This one from the head of the key, and it's 28-23. It's a 5-point lead for the Hilltoppers. Johnson, right corner. Wallace, she's going to launch a three. Tries to answer, no good. Nay Marion with the rebound. Look out. Here come the Hilltoppers. Whitney driving all the way in through the defense, missed the shot, but the follow by Patton, and it's a 7-point lead, largest lead of the game for the Hilltoppers. 30-23. Potts to Wallace to Johnson. Down low, tries to go up. She is fouled and will go to the free throw line. Fouled by Jasmine Myers. Team first of the second half. Just 7 free throws combined in the first half. Like I said, it was an easy first half for the officials to call. Second half has kind of started out the same way. Johnson's free throw is up, and it is good. She's got 7 points, and that snaps a 5-0 run by the Hilltoppers.
Olivia Doran in.
Dorn in for Lane. Second free throw up and good. Jabria Johnson hits them both. 30-26. Lady Indians needed those badly. Johnson, normally just a 47% free throw shooter, so doing a nice job knocking those down. Myers passes ahead left side. Coughlin skips it right side. Morrow driving in, loses a handle. Wallace has got it for the Indians to Potts. Here comes Dobyns-Bennett now with a chance to cut further into the lead. Right corner, Francis dribbles out wing. Now she's going to penetrate. Dorn left wing, corner Potts on the left side, dribbles out. Wallace left elbow, turnaround jumper, spins around, no good. Marion with the rebound. Down low, shot up, no good. That was Myers. Indians with the rebound. Dorn pushes it up the floor. Slows it down at the left wing. Picks up her dribble. Goes down the baseline. Wallace jumper. Too strong. Air ball over the top of the basket. Morrow with the rebound. Lady Indians missing opportunities to cut into this lead. They trail by 5, 30-25. Myers between the rings. Third quarter was a big downfall in both meetings between these two teams for the Lady Indians last year. Myers to Coughlin. Coughlin, the difference tonight, 12 points, all from long range for the Hilltoppers. Myers picks up her dribble, goes to Coughlin between the rings. Lady Indians have gone back to a man-to-man. Myers on the shuffle to the free throw line, tries to kick it out to Marion, goes off the back of Wallace's foot and goes out of bounds. Green in, Whitney back in for Science Hill. Myers and Coughlin out for the Toppers. 3:36 left third quarter, 30-25 Science Hill. Whitney front court left side to trigger it in. Gets it to Green between the rings, passes right to Morrow. Morrow skips it left side to Green. Green thought about the three, no, Marion. Morrow right corner, she's gonna launch a three, it's off, it's no good. Enjoy Bristol with the rebound for Dobyns-Bennett. Hands it off to Potts. Potts bring it up the left side of the floor. Long pass ahead, Francis. Francis on the left wing. Skips it right side, Bristol. Bristol to Potts between the rings. Francis left wing. Dribbles out, backs it out. Jabria Johnson will check in next dead ball. Dorn to Potts. Wallace driving, lays it up. Kind of lost her balance and missed the shot. Hilltoppers, here comes Whitney. Whitney driving, skips it left side to Green. Green inside, Whitney kicks it out right side, Morrow. Just inside the arc, makes the shot. The lead is back to 7. Morrow's got 8. 32-25. Pressure in the back court, and Potts dribbling on the sideline. Whitney bodying up against her. And Bill Francis wanting a timeout with 2:37 remaining in the first half. 30-second timeout, we'll keep it here. 32-25, Dobyns-Bennett trailing by 7 and just turning the basketball over. And they have been outscored here in the third quarter by a 10-4 margin. And again, third quarter last year when both times these two teams met during the regular season, the third quarter did the Lady Indians in. Really struggled scoring the basketball in the third quarter against Science Hill last year. And it's a 10-4 advantage for the Lady Toppers right now, with 2:37 remaining in the third quarter. Front court left side, Science Hill to trigger it in. Morrow gets it to Whitney. Lady Indians need a stop. Have gone back 2-3 zone. Green to Marion. There's a steal by Dorn. Dorn's going to push it up the floor. Slows down, bounce pass right side. Potts lays it up, missed it. Marion made her alter her shot. Morrow. That should have been a travel. No good, goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Dobyns-Bennett basketball. So Dobyns-Bennett will get it back. Potts in the back court. Indians needing points. Lane back into the game, comes front court. Driving in, all bounce pass right side. Johnson, shot, rattled, missed. Battle for the rebound. And Patton gets it. Out to Marion, driving. Fake to pass, and then just lost. Ooh! Jaden Potts must have got a hand on it. I thought she just lost it out of bounds, but they're going to give it to Science Hill. Madeline Lyons in, Jaden Potts out for Science Hill, or for Dobyns-Bennett. Whitney baseline right side for the Lady Toppers to trigger it in with 2 minutes left third quarter. Gets it out to Green. Green right wing, brings it back out high between the rings. Passes left side to Whitney. Whitney back to Green. Green back to Whitney. Whitney right hand dribble, goes to Green. Green goes left side to Marion. Marion head of the key, dribbles back, passes left to Whitney. Whitney back out on top to Green. Hilltoppers patient against Dobyns-Bennett defense. Whitney stops off a pick, misses a shot, and over the back is going to be Catherine Patton. Her second, team second of the second half. 1:31 left in the third quarter. Lions to Lane. Lane will push it up the right side, passes ahead to Johnson, and just out of her reach. And the Lady Indians turn it over with 1:24 left in the third quarter, trailing 32-25. Myers back in for the Toppers. Whitney
In
out.
for the Toppers, 33, Jasmine Myers.
Myers will run the point for Science Hill. Comes front court with 1:20 left in the third. Possession arrow facing Dobyns-Bennett. Morrow, right side to Patton. Patton to Marion. Marion head of the key. Right hand dribble, skips it left side to Green, almost over her head. Green to Myers, head of the key, right side Marion on the wing. Looking inside, left hand dribble, gives it up to Green. Green to Myers, gonna go baseline past Lyons, throws up a runner, no good. Lane with the rebound, 54 seconds left. Lane ahead to Johnson, one dribble, lays it up, good. Johnson finishes this time, she's got 8, and it's 32-27. Steal by the Indians. Dorn for 3, left wing, get down ball, nope, won't go. Patton with the rebound for the Science Hill Hilltoppers. Ball knocked away and a foul, no, a travel call. Bristol got a hand on it.
In for the Toppers,
and Science Hill travels, and Patton's gonna go out, Coughlin's gonna check in. Dobyns-Bennett down 5 with the ball with 37 seconds left in the third quarter. Jaden Potts will check
in for the Indians.
Potts will trigger it in, baseline left side. Looking, gets it out to Francis. Francis between the rings. Francis left side to Potts. Potts to Dorn. Dorn driving all the way in, and she is fouled going in and will go to the free throw line. Olivia Dorn to shoot 2 with 28.4 seconds remaining in the third quarter. First is up, rattles no good. Just a 40% free throw shooter. Lions back in for Potts. Dobyns-Bennett right
and
now,
number 30 for
4
the
of
Toppers,
7
Pat.
from the line. Dorn second, up, gets that one. She gets 1 out of 2.
Olivia Dorn.
32-28, 4-point lead for the Toppers. Marion, 23 seconds with the left. Myers skips it left side. Coughlin lobs it inside, knocked away by Johnson, picked up by Bristol. To Dorn. Dorn comes front court. Dorn lobs it inside and threw it. I don't know where she was throwing it. Was trying to go to Johnson, but threw it well left of her. Myers has got it. She throws up a runner at the other end. Misses. Ball goes out of bounds with 1.7 seconds left. And Dobyns-Bennett will, or excuse me, Science Hill will have one last chance. Dorn had the right idea, but she was about 3 feet left of Johnson with that pass at the other end. Marion at the buzzer, laid it up and in. Too easy, just her second basket of the game.
Marion.
After 3, Science Hill 34, Dobyns-Bennett 28. We'll be back right after this 60-second break. One quarter left here at the Buck Van Huss Dome. Dobyns-Bennett trailing by 6. That's the largest deficit of the game. Science Hill jumped out to an early 6-0 lead. They lead by 6 going to the fourth quarter. Dobyns-Bennett will have the ball to start this final frame. Indians were outscored 12-7 in the third quarter after being down by just a point at the half. Lane out high right side to Potts. Potts dribbles left of the circle, works her way towards the arc, or towards the arc. Dribbles across the head of the key, stops right wing in the corner to Francis. Francis inside, tries to go inside to Johnson, and it's tapped away and stolen by the Hilltoppers. Coughlin right wing to Whitney between the rings. Backs it out in front of the circle, goes left side. Myers. Myers gets a pick, stops, pops a three. Look out, it's in. 6 threes to 2 in favor of Science Hill, and they lead it 37-28, a 9-point lead. Francis, right corner, 4-3 to answer. Off the back bracket, no good. Potts gets the rebound, dribbles baseline, kicks it out to Wallace. Francis on the right wing, Lane between the rings. Dribbles right, stops, passes left. Potts for 3 from the left wing. Good.
That's a 3 for Jaden Potts.
Potts answers with a 3. 37-31, back to a 6-point game. Whitney to Marion, right side to Patton, back to Whitney. Coughlin left side. Marion spinning, ducking underneath Johnson. Shot up off the glass, good.
2 for number 42.
39-31 Science Hill, it's an 8-point lead. Lane comes front court, right side, driving in. Tries to draw a foul. Shot is blocked by Patton, goes out of bounds. And it'll be Dobyns-Bennett basketball, baseline right side. Good idea by Lane. But Patton was there, one of those big, tall timbers inside for the Hilltoppers to slap it away. Johnson off the inbounds, misses everything on a mid-range jumper, but Potts with the rebound. She tries to shoot a 3 from the left wing. That was tipped, was it not? I thought the 3 was tipped because it didn't even get up to the rim, but they're going to give the ball to Science Hill. Guess I was the only one that thought that. Myers passes left side Coughlin, 6:08 to play. Coughlin penetrates, kicks it back out Marion. Marion spins against Wallace, shot up over the top and off the glass and good. She's starting to take
2
over.
for 42.
10-point lead, largest lead of the game for the Hilltoppers, 41-31. Lane to Potts. Potts will come front court right side. Right wing, back to Lane, head of the key. Baseline, left side, Johnson shot up, spins around, no good. Wallace rebound, fouled as she goes up and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. 4th team foul against the Hilltoppers. 41-31, 5:42 remaining, and the Hilltoppers starting to take control of this one a little bit. Still plenty of time for a comeback if the Indians can get some stops and convert on this end. They're taking an awful lot of quick shots, it seems like, as Wallace hits the first. Second is up and rattles and good. She hits it low.
Wallace.
Seems like one pass and a shot, or 2 passes and a shot the last couple of times down. Marion goes right side and airmails it over the Science Hill bench. And the turnover will give it back to the Indians. The score here, Indians could be back to within 6. Lane, backcourt, drives past Coughlin, comes into the front court, penetrates, kicks it to Francis, right corner. Wallace from the free throw line, shot up, no good. Again, a quick shot. And it was an open shot, but they just seem to be rushing. Marion spinning inside, shot up, good again. She's all of a sudden got 10. 8 here in the fourth quarter, 43-33. Lead back to 10. Francis, right wing, launching a 3. No good. Wallace has got the ball. Shot up off the glass with the left hand, good. Indians need some stops.
34, Caitlin Wallace.
Marion, right wing, she's just going to drive in, takes it to the rack, lays it up, foul called, she'll go to the free throw line. First team foul of the second half against the Indians. And it's Jabria Johnson, her second. Marion to shoot 2 for the Lady Toppers. First one is up and it's no good. Bristol and Dorn in. Lane and Wallace out for Dobyns-Bennett. Marion's second, up and
That's
good.
1 for Marion.
She's got 11 and it's 44-35. The lead is 9 and a timeout call. 4:46 remaining in the basketball game. And it's a 60-second break, but I did not know that until it was too late, so we'll keep it here. Dobyns-Bennett, within a point at the half, was outscored 12-7 in the third quarter. They've been outscored 10-7 here in the fourth quarter. Doing a better job at least getting points. They've got as many points with just over 3 minutes played here in the fourth quarter as they had the entire third quarter. Problem is, Science Hill's got 10 points so far here in the fourth quarter. They've scored 11, 11, and 12, and they've already got 10 here in the fourth. So both teams stepping up the scoring pace. And a lot of it for Science Hill has been Nate Marion just deciding she's going to take over and take the ball inside. So it'll be Dobyns-Bennett basketball in court, trailing 44-35. And 2-2-1 full court zone by the Hilltoppers. Dorn with the basketball. Brings it up the right side, sealed off by Whitney, goes back to Potts. Potts works it towards the stripe and into the front court. Potts passes right side to Dorn. Right hand dribble inside to Johnson. Gets the ball, shot blocked. Boy, they've got some leapers inside that can block shots. Indians have had a lot of trouble getting shots up inside because of the size and the leaping ability of the Lady Indians, or Lady Toppers, I mean. Potts out high left side, dribbles between the rings. Francis right wing to Potts. Dorn left side. They've got Myers out there. She's big too. To Johnson, bounce pass to Bristol, out to Potts, three from the left wing, off, no good. Rebound Whitney. Well, they got an open look, just couldn't knock it down. Myers right side to Whitney. Whitney between the rings. Dribbles right, working against Dorn. Shot up, partially blocked by the Indians and out of bounds. Baseline left side.
In for the Indians, 34,
Wallace
Caitlin
and Lane
Wallace.
back in for the Indians. Francis
And Emily
and
Lane.
Bristol out. Whitney, baseline left side, looking, lobs it out. Myers gets it before it goes back court. Dribbles right against Wallace, crosses over. She's going to back it out left side, goes right side to DeMorrow. Freshman with 8 points, gives it up to Pat, to Marion, to Myers. Morrow, left wing. Whitney to Marion. 3:36 left in the basketball game. Hilltoppers can play keep away on the perimeter if they want to. Marion to Whitney. To Marion. Back to Whitney. Morrow trying to dribble against Lane. Lane tapped it away, slowed her down, then got in front of her. Myers, three, no good. Wallace with the rebound. Gives it up to Lane. Lane brings it up the floor for the Lady Indians, front court. She's going to drive all the way to the basket and then lost control, and it goes off the Lady Toppers.
Into the Indians,
Francis
number 11.
back in, Dorn out, 3:06 left. Indians down 9. Potts baseline right side to trigger it in. Tries to go in to Francis in the left corner, and Marion from the right side and throwing underneath the basket to the left corner is tough to do when you've got the length of Science Hill underneath there. Baseline left side now. Potts looking, lobs it out to Lane. Lane is going to dribble inside. She just double dribbled. Lost control as Myers stuck a hand out and called for the double dribble, and it'll be Science Hill basketball. That's the kind of night it's been for the Lady Indians. Myers, backcourt, gives it up to Whitney, over the top to Marion in the front court. Shuffles it to Pat. Pat skips it left side to Morrow. Morrow drives past Francis and gets to the basket, lays it up and in. 45, 46, 35. And then a turnover by the Indians in the backcourt. 11-point lead, largest of the game for Science Hill. And they'll get the ball back front court right side. Myers to trigger it in with 2:44 to play. Time beginning to run short for the Lady Indians. Myers looking, gets it out to Whitney out high right side. In front of the circle, dribbles right, goes to Patton near the right corner, gonna drive baseline, and a whistle and a foul against Jabria Johnson. But before that happened, Scotty Whaley calling a timeout, the Science Hill head coach. with 2:37 remaining. It's a 30, we'll keep it here. Lady Indians trailing by 11, largest margin of the game, 46-35, and just 2:37 left remaining in the basketball game. And the Hilltoppers, the last couple of times, have been very patient offensively. They can take their time up 11 and look for good shots. Lady Indians, unfortunately, don't have that luxury if they get the ball back or when they get the ball back. And it's hard telling how long, unless they get a wide open shot, how long or how much time Science Hill will run off the clock. They've got Morrow at 5'10", Patton at 5'11", Myers at 5'8", and Marion at 6 foot on the floor right now. Myers right wing with it, left hand dribble, working against Lane, uses the forearm to push off. In the corner to Whitney. Whitney, left hand dribble, throws it over the top and out of bounds. She was trying to hit Patton, but Patton was cutting towards the lane, and they were out of sync, and the turnover gives it back to the Lady Indians with 2:25 to play. Potts to Lane, she'll dribble front court for the Indians, left side, and a whistle and a foul with the body against Myers. Lane to Potts off the inbounds between the rings, 2:17 left. Francis left wing, Potts in front of the circle. Wallace left wing. Skips it right side to Francis, and a whistle. And an illegal block called against the Indians as Francis was cutting through the lane. I didn't see who, I'm gonna say Emily Lane said it. Foul against her first, team first. Actually, it should be the team's second. 2:09 left, Science Hill with the ball on an 11-point lead. Whitney right side backcourt, and Lane trying to step in front, does step in front of Marion, but knocks it out of bounds. Leads the team in deflections, second on the team in steals, leads the team in deflections. Myers looking to Whitney, back to Myers, in the corner. Morrow for three, off no good, Wallace with the rebound. Gets it to Lane. Lane up the left side of the floor, into the front court. She's going to drive all the way in, shuffles it to Johnson, can't hold on. Got to be ready for that pass. Got to be ready for that pass. She
21,
didn't look like she
Colleen
was.
Coughlin.
Coughlin in, Patton out for the Hilltoppers. Myers with 1:48 remaining. Marion front court. Ball knocked away again by Lane. And it's going to be off Marion. It'll be Dobyns-Bennett basketball. Take that back. Lane is third on the team in steals. Jaden Potts has got 24. Dorn has got 21. Lane has got 18 coming into tonight, but Lane with 23 deflections and 7 blocks. And a foul against Science Hill, and Jabria Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2. 1:34 remaining. The foul against Morrow, her third. Johnson's first is up, and it is good. And a timeout called by Science Hill. 60-second timeout, we'll take it too. 46-36, Science Hill with the lead. We're back in 60 seconds. .134 remaining. Jabria Johnson, second of 2 free throws, hit them both.
That's 2 for Jabria Johnson.
Making it 46-37. Lady Indians down 9 with 1:30 remaining now. Coughlin skip pass right side. Myers dribbles front court. Dribbles to the right wing. Picks up her dribble. Ball is loose, and a whistle and a foul is going to be called against Emily Lane. And looked like Jaden Potts was going to get a steal, but they say Lane got her on the arm. Be the third team foul against the Lady Indians. Well, now they say that's the first against Lane. I thought they called one against her earlier. Myers to Marion to Whitney. Whitney to Myers. Kicks it right corner, Coughlin. They're going to try to play keep away now. Marion, right hand dribble ahead of the key, goes right side, Coughlin. Coughlin left side to Whitney. And a whistle and a block called against Emily Lane. Team fourth, first, second. Lady Indians in a tough spot because that was just the fourth team foul with 1:06 left. It's the only way they can stop the clock unless they can get a steal. And the Lady Toppers doing a pretty good job playing keep away. Marion with it to Myers. Myers right side to Whitney. Whitney in the corner to Coughlin. Back out to Whitney. Ball tapped by Lane. Picked up by Potts. Potts to Lane. Gonna lay it up, and she traveled. Bill Francis does not agree with that call. Caught her in between steps. And it was a tough shot, but she got it. There's another tap, but Indians, or the Hilltoppers, hang on. Myers drives all the way in and gets the lay-in. 48 to 37, Science Hill, 37 seconds left. Potts front court, Lane left side. On the wing, right side to Potts in the corner. Dorn gonna launch a 3-2 strong, rebound Myers. 27 seconds left. Lane taps it away, out of bounds. Myers triggered in near the corner, backcourt right side. Looking, finally gets it to Coughlin. Hands it back to Myers. Myers double teamed as she picks up her dribble. Skips it to the left side to Whitney. Whitney right side to Myers. Myers over the front top, stolen by Bristol. Bristol driving, kicks at the lane, 3 from the left wing, off, no good. Bristol had the rebound taken away by Myers. 7 seconds, 6, 5, double teamed at the back court. Gets it to Whitney. Whitney ahead to Coughlin, and that's going to be the basketball game. The final score, Lady Hilltoppers 48, Lady Indians 37. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and begin our post-game show right after this.
48. And final scores for the Indians: 0, Olivia Doran with 4, Jaden Potts 3, Ellie Francis had 5, and Joy Bristol 4, Jabria Johnson 10, Caitlin Wallace 9 for the Toppers. Kiki Mora with 8, Colleen Coughlin 12, Kara Whitley 2, Jasmine Myers 14, and Nay Marion. Thank you all for coming out to Dobyns-Bennett basketball. Please drive safe, have a great night, and roll Tribe.
Back at the Buck Van Huss Dome, Lady Indians play the Lady Hilltoppers tough through the first 16 minutes of the game, but Science Hill takes control, outscoring Dobyns-Bennett 26-16 in the second half, and comes out with a 48-37 victory. It was Science Hill jumping out to an early 6-0 lead, but the Lady Indians using an 8-3 run of their own to cut the deficit to 1. 9-8 on back-to-back threes by Ellie Francis and Caitlin Wallace, and the game was tied at 11 after 1. Dobyns-Bennett trailed by 4, 22-18. Lady Indians had taken a 1-point lead, 18-17, on a three-pointer by Olivia Dorn when the Hilltoppers went on a 5-0 run to build the lead to 22-18, but the Indians would score the final 3 points of the first half and trailed by just a point, 22-21 at the half. But the Lady Toppers would outscore the Tribe 12-7 in the third quarter and led it 34-28 and built the lead to 11 with just over 4 minutes left in the game, 46-35, and that would be the final margin, 48-37, outscoring the Lady Indians 14-9 in the fourth quarter. Once again, final score 48-37. Lady Hilltoppers of Science Hill winning over the Lady Indians of Dobyns-Bennett. We'll take a 2-minute break and be back with more right after this.
Seconds.
Back at the Buck Van Huss Dome, Dobyns-Bennett falls to Science Hill by a score of 48-37 in girls action. Of course, no boys action tonight as the Dobyns-Bennett boys are still quarantined or on pause, I should say, because of the COVID protocols. Taking a look at individual scoring for tonight, Science Hill led by Colleen Coughlin with 12 points, all from three-point range. She was the leading scorer for the Lady Toppers as they had 4 in double figures. It was Nay Marion with 11 points, 9 of those coming in the second half. Kira Morrow had 10, Jasmine Myers had 10, and Kira Whitney with 2, Catherine Patton with 2 for the Lady Toppers. Dobyns-Bennett led by Jabria Johnson with 12 points. Kaylin Wallace had 9. It was Ellie Francis with 5, Enjoy Bristol and Olivia Dorn with 4 each, and Jaden Potts with 3. Dobyns-Bennett falls to the Lady Toppers 48-37. Bill Francis, head coach of the Lady Indians, making his way to our broadcast location. We'll talk to him for a moment and then name our varsity trophy player of the game and then go ahead and then get ready to wrap things up for tonight. And as Coach Francis puts on the headset. And Coach, a tough loss for your basketball team. You talked last night during the coach's show about being concerned about the size of Science Hill did give your team problems. The 2-3 zone gave you some problems early, but you found your way. Your team was patient. You played them very, very well in the first half.
We did. We played them well in the first half. And
Hold on just a second here. Okay, now.
Yeah, we played them well in the first half. I thought the difference in the first half was we weren't making contact on the rebounds when we were boxing out. We had position, but we weren't making contact, and they got some easy ones, putbacks. That changes the game there. It's a one-point game going into halftime. We made some shots. I thought we attacked their zone well, things we've been working on and trying to get them to do. I thought they saw tonight they could do those. I actually saw a lot of positives tonight, believe it or not, even in a 9 or 11-point loss, whatever it was. I think the biggest change in the game, Don, was in the late third to the fourth quarter. Okay, we settled for 10, 15-foot jump shots instead of continuing to attack them. We were stretching their zone out of shape. We were getting good threes. We were getting good inside work, and we went away from that. And see, the thing is, that's what Science Hill does to teams, because they have that aura about them, and they always cause teams to lose their minds and get away from what they do. And that's exactly what happened. I bet if we shot charted it, we probably took, I don't think we took a shot in the paint until Jabria probably got fouled right there on that when she made those 2 free throws. We settled for 15, 17-footers. So we had good threes. I don't have a problem with those looks, but we got to get the ball in at the rim and challenge their bigs.
Well, I had made the comment during the broadcast, and it was during that stretch, I think, too. It seemed like your team would come up the floor, make one pass, and shoot.
Yeah,
instead of really working, and that's kind of what you're alluding to.
That's exactly what happened. We got away from what was working for us, and again, that's what teams like they do. That's why they're great programs year in and year out. That's why they do that, and that's what we're trying to work towards. At some point, like we talked about last night, we've got to start winning some of these games, and we will, and we're getting better, and I like some of what I saw tonight. We did a good job in spot, except for that one spell right there, and I'm going to tell you the biggest difference in the game is they had a kid that decided in the fourth quarter right there that she was going to take the game over and not allow them to lose, and that was the difference. She literally drove it right down our throat about 4 or 5 possessions, and we had no answer for it. And sometimes that's what it takes. You just got to have somebody want to step up and make it happen.
I talked about Marion early during the pregame show, talking about the fact that she has the ability to take over games, and you just talked about that. Colleen Coughlin knocked down.
Shot it so good.
Had 3 threes for them in the first half, and that's kind of what kept them just that nose ahead of you throughout the first half was her knocking down the threes, and then you get to the fourth quarter and Nay just decides she's going to start driving to the basket when she hadn't done it all night.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden she says, okay, it's my time.
And that's the thing, and that's what I said last night. These guys right now are not one-dimensional. They're two-dimensional, maybe even a three-dimensional team, because they can score at all levels. And the fact that where they can shoot it like that, and you have to put so much focus on their bigs in there, I thought we did a really good job, actually, better job than I thought we would. The kids bought into the game plan, and they did a great job, but they made shots when they had to. And golly, you look at all the opportunities we had to climb back in this thing, 4 points, and we just, we missed a few bunnies at the basket, and we missed a few open threes, and that happens. That's basketball. And if we can that's been our Achilles heel all along, is just trying to make those shots at the right times, and we just couldn't get them to fall tonight, and they did, and that was the difference in the game. A lot of credit to Coach Whaley. We made some adjustments. They made some adjustments. It was a great basketball game.
Yeah, it really was.
That's what you want to be a part of as a player and a coach, and hopefully as a fan.
Coach, I appreciate your time. We'll see you Tuesday
Don.
night when you take on the Lady Vikings.
We'll be ready for them.
All right, thanks. Bill Francis, head coach of the Lady Indians. They fall to Science Hill 48-37. Taking a look at our varsity trophy player of the game, it's going to be Caitlin Wallace. Of course, I don't have the rebounding stats, but she played a solid all-around game. Jabria Johnson did have 12 points, was the leading scorer, but we're going to go with Caitlin Wallace as our varsity trophy player of the game. Varsity trophy for all your trophy needs. That's going to do it for me. Thanks to Asher back at Radio Center for producing and engineering the broadcast tonight. I'll be with you again tomorrow morning for Sportsline Saturday from 10 until 12. We'll give you scores from games played around the area tonight and take your calls and, of course, take a look at what's ahead in the NFL playoffs and a whole lot more. Once again, Dobyns-Bennett falls to Science Hill in girls action 48-37. Till tomorrow morning on Sportsline Saturday right here on the Sports Monster. I'm Don Hellman. So long, everyone.